Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kimmy Vapes and today I will be reviewing the Aura RDA today, which was designed by DJLSB Vapes and manufactured by Digiflavor. Let's go ahead and take a vape and then we'll go down to below and we'll see what comes with the Aura RDA. Okay, and here we have the Aura RDA designed by DJLSB Vapes and manufactured by Digiflavor. Let's go ahead and take a look at what comes inside the box. So we have the Aura RDA. My color that I chose is the stainless steel version. Now, if you're not familiar with the Aura RDA, there are some new colors that has just been released. You can also pick up the Aura RDA in blue and red as well as gold, stainless steel, and I believe black is also an option. I'll go ahead and include a picture of all of the available colors of the Aura RDA. And also, just a quick mention, I did receive this RDA for the purpose of this review from cvapor.com. If you're interested in picking up the Aura RDA from cvapor, there will be a link in the description box below this video. Alright, so you can see you get one extra drip tip with the Aura RDA. Let's go ahead and take these out. And it looks like this 810 drip tip is just a bit taller. So here is the Delrin drip tip that comes pre-installed on the Aura RDA, which is a very large, low profile, goon style drip tip. And then you have here a more smaller bore diameter goon style Delrin drip tip. On the bottom here, you'll see that there is a Delrin heat sink. This Delrin disc here serves two purposes. One purpose is, of course, if you unscrew it here from the 510 pin, you'll see that it serves to block those open bottom airflow channels there so that you don't get any e-liquid condensation on your mod itself. It also, of course, is a heat sink, so this will help prevent any heat from the RDA transferring to the top of your mod as well, which is nice. As you can see here, it says DJLSB Vapes Aura RDA. You'll have a serial number and manufactured by Digiflavor. It has a very nice, very protruding 510 pin there, if I can ever get it to focus. So definitely hybrid safe. And we'll go ahead and screw this heatsink back on. And always take care, this is Ultim, so make sure when you're threading it back on that you're careful not to strip those threads, though I haven't had any problems with threading this on. You'll see this very nice design that goes all the way around the RDA. I really like the look of this. And then you'll see here you have side airflow on this side and this side, so there is dual side airflow as well as dual bottom airflow. Now the RDA itself measures 24 millimeters in diameter. And let's go ahead and screw this on a mod and we'll take a look at the build deck. The O-rings are nice and tight there, but not too tight, very easy to get off. You'll see the top here does have a nice conical design so that it helps direct that flavor up. And this is a two-piece top cap. So you'll see here that there is, when you're placing the second portion of the barrel on, you'll see that there is dual O-rings. And you actually have 4 airflow adjustments, and I'll explain why there are 4 side airflow adjustments here in just a moment. So take a look at the build deck. And as you can see, this is a dual post step clamp build deck design. So what you do here, and it comes with pre-installed really big Phillips head screws. I mean, these have got to be the beefiest Phillips head screws I have ever seen in a build deck. Really beefy. And in here in the box, you'll see you get a goodies bag, and that is where you'll receive 2 space stainless steel 3mm diameter coils, spare O-rings, a 510 drip tip adapter, a gold plated squonk pin, and a pair of spare Phillips head screws. And underneath that you have a user manual, and here is the extra goodies bag, which gives you 2 sets of coiling rods. I believe one set is 2.5mm and the other set is 3mm, and then this really big, super duper heavy Phillips head screwdriver, which has a nice little cutout for going on your key ring, so you can keep this on your key ring if you happen to be out and about and need a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's go ahead and unscrew the post screws, and if we can lift those clamps up there, you'll see that when you slide your coils in, there is a step design there, so is that your bottom lead, the lead that comes off the bottom of your coil, will go in the lower side, and your top lead coming off the top of your coil can go in the top side, and that'll prevent some warping from your coils. Makes it a little easier to install those coils. So that is the build deck. Taking a look at the bottom airflow here, you'll see that it comes from the bottom and is angled up towards your coils, and you have a really nice, very deep juice well there. Alright, let's go ahead and throw a build in the RDA. And since I know that Daniel had them include stainless steel coils, I'll go ahead and use those coils, because my favorite type of coil to use are stainless steel 316L spaced fused Claptons, and that happens to be just what these are. So I'll go ahead and grab the coiling rod that was provided and start installing these coils. So I will put the top lead through that top step. So you can see there that my top lead is going into the top step there, and then my bottom lead is going in the bottom step. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So once I have those in there, I can adjust them to where I want them sitting, and then go ahead and start screwing them down. So as you can see there, I have pushed my coils more to the center, just to have them directly over top of that bottom airflow. And I've brought the coils down pretty close to that bottom airflow. So now we'll just go ahead and give them a nice pulse. Make sure that they're glowing evenly. And as you can see there, they're both glowing nicely from the inside out. So now we're ready to wick it up and have a vape on it. The e-liquid that I will be using on this today is Hit That Cookie Macadamia. So then I'll just line my bottom top cap up with the bottom airflow. And then I'll do the same thing for the side airflow. I'll line that up. So now for the airflow options. Of course, first you have the option for bottom airflow, and you will adjust the bottom airflow by turning the bottom airflow ring, and that will either open or close the bottom airflow. You can completely shut off the bottom airflow while keeping the side airflow, and of course, as you notice, when you turn your bottom airflow to close it, your side airflow is now going to be off center from your coils, which Daniel thought of that and remedied it by allowing there to be 2 airflow holes at the other side. So while your bottom airflow is shut off, you still have your airflow holes lined up directly with the side airflow option simply by rotating. So as you can see there, my side airflow is lined up with my coils, and my bottom airflow is closed off. And of course, you can close off your side airflow just by turning the cap ever so slightly. Now let's say that I want to have side airflow completely closed off and bottom airflow open. So then I will just pick up the whole cap assembly, and now I have strictly bottom airflow with no side airflow. So you have the option to have bottom airflow with side airflow only, or bottom airflow only. And that is the Aura RDA. Let's go ahead and take it up top, have a vape on it, and I'll give you my thoughts about it.
All right, and that was the up and close of the Aura RDA. So what do I think about the Aura RDA? I think Daniel did a great job designing this RDA. I think he knew exactly what he was looking for and what he set out to do, and he nailed it on everything that he set out to do. He created a great bottom and side airflow RDA. I like that the clamp decks are stepped, which makes coil placement really easy. You don't have to worry about if your leads are coming directly off the top and off the bottom. You don't have to worry about that twisting of your coil that happens when you're trying to place your leads in a regular flat clamp style deck. So I think that was really great that he included the step down style on those clamps. I love the big beefy screws that he included. It makes it no problem at all getting those clamps really nice and tight on your wire, whether it be single round wire or really thick alien builds or whatever chunky builds you like to put in there. There's definitely plenty of room for those clamps to bite down on your leads. Also, the bottom airflow. I am a big bottom airflow fan. I love the Kennedy RDA. It's one of my favorite RDAs that I use that has bottom airflow only. And the fact that Daniel made this so is that it is really good both in bottom airflow mode or side airflow mode. Or if you really like a lot of clouds and a lot of airflow, you can run both bottom and side airflow. So that is definitely a big plus for me, that I can shut off the side airflow and enjoy it just in bottom airflow mode. And then sometimes if I want, I can do side airflow only as well. Now I tried this with both bottom airflow open, side airflow open, both open, and I will say that I prefer it either in bottom airflow or side airflow, with bottom airflow being my favorite. Both of them open is just way too much airflow for me, and I can barely get any flavor when both of those are open. Now with flavor, I do find that the best flavor that I get off of this RDA is with the airflow coming up from the bottom, and that's for me personally. Side airflow, there's definitely good flavor there, but I notice a bump in flavor when I'm using bottom airflow only. So as you can see, plenty of cloud reduction when you just have bottom airflow open. Let's go ahead and do side airflow and bottom airflow. Lots of clouds. Not a lot of flavor, I find, though, with both of them open. And I don't really like that much airflow on it. Now, if you notice, there is to me, it sounds a little bit louder, a little more whooshy when you have both the bottom and the side airflow open. Now let's go ahead and close off the bottom airflow and just do the side airflow. Now for me, what I find is either I have to hold my bottom cap portion of the cap and turn my airflow, or I just take the top piece off and push it so as that I can make sure that the side airflow is lined up with those coils. And again, really good cloud production, good flavor. It is slightly more restricted. The side airflow alone is slightly more restricted than the bottom airflow wide open, which is what makes me like the side airflow, is that it's slightly more restricted than the bottom airflow wide open. Though, of course, if I want, I can just go ahead and open the bottom airflow halfway. And that gives me a slightly restrictive direct lung hit. Now I will say, when I start to close off that bottom airflow, I feel a little more turbulence. And I have to say, I think that's because of the way that the bottom airflow is cut into the deck. It's got kind of some sharp corners there. And I would say that's probably one of my subjective cons with the airflow, is that the bottom airflow has a little bit of turbulence when you start to cut it off. And again, I think it's just because the way that the bottom airflow was milled into the deck. But I understand why Daniel did it the way that he did it. The way that the bottom airflow is pushed out to the sides of the deck allows you to be able to still drip down through the center, and I don't have any leaking. And the reason for that is that that bottom airflow is actually all the way out to the sides of the deck and then angled inward and up towards your coils. So that allows me to drip through the center and not have any leaking coming out of my bottom airflow. And it's got a fairly deep juice wall as well. So I don't have any issues with leaking coming out of the bottom when I'm running it with bottom airflow open. Do keep in mind though that there will be a little bit of condensation buildup around the bottom airflow, but by no means is it leaking for me. So as I stated in my up and close, this is a 24mm RDA, and it has a very nice gold-plated protruding 510 pin. So which that means I can use it on my mechs. It fits really well on my 24mm mechs, and I have a lot of hybrid mechs, so it's safe on my hybrid mechs as far as that 510 pin protruding. Of course, as always, if you're using this on a mechanical mod of any kind, make sure you practice good battery safety and that you know Ohm's law. It works really well on the regulated devices I use. And another big bonus that Daniel included was those spaced stainless steel 316L coils. So it ohmed out for me at a 0.24, which is perfect for both on a mechanical mod and on a regulated mod. They were spaced, so no having to fiddle with pinching and strumming coils to get them to glow evenly. Another really big con is the fact that he included 4 sets of coiling tools, and also you get, of course, a 510 drip tip adapter. Speaking of the drip tip, I find that I do like the slightly taller, slightly smaller bore opened goon style drip tip. I like that it is more of, it helps with that restrictedness that I like in restricted direct lung, and also I think it helps with the flavor. And of course, because it is goon style, all of your goon style drip tips will fit in this RDA. So that's my thoughts on the RDA. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and if you are already subscribed, please hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks again for watching, you guys. Have a great day.